respect the game.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Respect the Game, where we're going to bring you everything and all things Indiana basketball. We're going to start with the Indiana Pacers. We know where they're at tonight in the championship, which is one of the reasons we're starting a half hour early so we can all get out and watch this game. We're going to talk a little Fever because, hey, the Fever on the roll. Caitlin Clark is back. She's been doing her thing. And, yeah, for you guys that haven't noticed, we rocking. Coastal Carolina, yeah, World Series, baby. We're in the championship. Starting Saturday, 2 out of 3. So, hey, I'm a Chanticleer. I'm from Fort Wayne. That makes you all Chanticleers. Root them on. And I'd like to make a special announcement. We've got Shalante, the one and only.
Hey, man, don't be doing all that. Hey, man, I'm back, though. I'm back.
Back. It's so good to see you.
Good.
Hey, go ahead and introduce yourself. Reintroduce yourself.
Okay, yeah, let me introduce myself. I'm Shalante, better known as Tay on the set, as y'all can see. I actually used to be on the show a lot for those of y'all that used to watch. Look, but just happy to be back and in this atmosphere under sports and things like that. So
okay, and we all know Coach Bruce, the newest member of the show. Go ahead, Bruce, break it down. Let
Bruce,
people know who you at.
Hey, yeah, Bruce Stevens, former coach. Lover of sports, and I'm rocking my Pacers. And Shalante said I should take my shirt off so we can see that. Yes, sir. But, I may do that later today. But let's get to that Pacers.
We're gonna get to that. But hey, man, don't show that belly no more. You show that belly, we might have to be PG-13.
Keep that crop top down.
At my age, I don't care anymore, Jay. All right.
I got that. Hey, and before we get started, hey, our prayers are with Taya Andrews, who has been hosting here recently. Got stung by a bee, so we hope she's all right and gets the care that she needs. And a shout out and a happy birthday to one Coach Mike.
Oh yeah, Coach Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Happy birthday, Mike.
Hey, Coach Mike acting like he is in kindergarten or third grade.
You don't get no day off, Mike.
Kids,
you don't get no day off. We know it's your birthday, Mike.
Golly. So, hey, with that though, like you said, Bruce, we're gonna dive right into it. I mean, we've been talking about the Pacers and OKC in the series. We broke it down before it started. I'd have to, give you a B+ on your prognostication. I give myself, maybe a B. But we did a good job breaking it down. Yep. And now that we're in the series, was 3 games to 2, hot and heavy. Go ahead, tell us what you just saw. What would you like to tell the audience?
You know what? As you know, NBA, all basketball really is a game of runs. One thing we always talked about is the key is to make sure that you kind of control their runs and stop it as fast as you can. And what we've seen in this series is I think the Pacers have just been waiting too long to make that run. They were able to do that early on, but I tell you, man, like we said OKC wasn't going to be easy, and
early on against other teams.
Yeah, early on in the when they played the Knicks. Yeah, and who else? Where they came back late. In
Cleveland.
Cleveland, where they had fourth quarter heroics. Well, that's hard to do with OKC. Well, you can't get down with them.
That's a structured team.
Yeah, they are. And I think, man, you were talking about it early. The one thing is OKC is getting some straight line drives to the bucket. No one stepping over to take them off. We riding the side of them.
Sound like we can't defend.
Yeah, and they get straight to the rim. Yeah. And I actually kind of like that because what I see with OKC, it's just not shooting threes. The NBA had got to the point where it was all threes, and now OKC they're attacking the rim.
Yeah, I love it, man. I actually love it.
They are. Mm-hmm. Now look, Shalante, I'm gonna get your have you break it down here shortly, but I want to comment, Bruce. You talking about the Pacers starting slow and digging a hole. And I've heard that a lot too around the country. People talking about what they should be doing, this, that, the other. And I kind of chuckle to myself because the way I look at it, we've talked about this. OKC play defense.
Right, you're right.
That's easier said than done.
Yep.
And if it was that easy, I mean, go talk to Anthony Edwards. Go talk to
Oh, definitely.
Go talk to Randall, who they made look just pathetic.
Yeah.
But that defense is no joke, and it has a tendency. Hey, if you not aggressive, you just take calls.
And that's wow, I lost. What's the guard for the Pacers?
Nemhart,
No.
TJ.
Halliburton.
Thank you.
What the hell? How you forgot?
Right.
Anyway, everybody got on him last game, no field goals and all that. But you got to look.
2 games.
I have to also commend OKC. Dort ain't no joke. He's a top defender. Then you got after it's him is Caruso, and what they're doing is they're denying the heck out of him when he don't have the ball. They've been physical with him. They're denying him, and he has to learn to start cutting off some of these off the screens.
Yeah.
And the one thing about him though is he shoots that runner. He doesn't always go straight to the rim to attack, but a lot of times it's like he has layups and he wants to kick it out for a 3.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're right. The defense that they're playing and the fact that the coach, and I can never pronounce his last name, but the adjustment that he made when he came back and started Hartenstein and benched Wallace.
Yeah.
In the sense that he knew that he needed that. The Pacers has to get some rebounds too. They've been lacking on the defensive boards.
Hey, and everything that you said though, and it's like this last game, Pacers was getting waxed. Everybody telling me, they got blew out. They was getting killed. How about think about
They
they
been
right
blew out.
from start to finish. That's
Yeah.
getting handled. But in the balance of that game, it was a 2-point game.
Oh yeah.
So I don't
Yeah,
care
at one
as well
point.
as OKC played and all that we talking.
Yeah.
Pacers had an opportunity to win that game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They've been in every game.
Yeah.
But we listen to people. Tay, go ahead. Let us hear what you got to
Man,
say.
y'all ain't gonna
Break
like
it
what
down.
I gotta say. So I'm actually not going for the Pacers. I'm not an Indiana native, but it's okay. I think OKC is gonna sweep them up tonight. I honestly feel like they don't have the compatibility to run as deep as OKC's bench. I feel as though those younger guys, with Halliburton I hear he is going to play today, but he's not going to be 100%. So with your star player not being 100%, like how much help is he out there? Because now we kind of leaning on him, allowing him to like take those shots that he normally take, and play that top game, and we kind of limiting ourselves in that situation. So that's kind of the reason why I'm like leaning more towards OKC. Neither one of them are my teams. Y'all know I'm a LeBron fan. Lakers all
I
day.
ain't mad at you about that one. Yeah.
And what's the guy's name on OKC? Number 8, Jalen Williams.
Williams.
Bad
Man,
boy, Ray
40
Tolbert.
point. He raped them last game. So
But,
now I
mean,
feel like
for some people that's a surprise, but to me
no, it's not.
It's
He
not.
literally he resembles like the all around game.
Oh, he's
So-
been doing that for the last 2 years.
Yeah. So
we mentioned that on this show.
for him
Yeah,
to
yeah.
say like SGA is like over him, like he's the number 1 go-to guy, and he's humbled himself in situations like where he had to step up and do that. I feel like they can't stop both of them, in that case. And they still got other key playmakers within the offense.
Yeah, they play well as a team.
Yeah.
They're really tough. I get you. It's a struggle for the
Yeah.
Pacers. It's going to be tough. The one thing I do also that I believe, they took out TJ McConnell had a really good game.
Oh, TJ, yep.
Yeah, but you know why? They don't cover him.
He burnt out. I felt like he burnt out towards the end of that.
Well, they didn't play him.
Yeah, throughout the year.
Yeah. But even that last game where he was hot in the third quarter, he barely played in the fourth quarter.
Because they put Halliburton back in, right?
And Halliburton, but you notice they don't cover McConnell. They give him the 3. He's not afraid when he drives. He ain't kicking that thing out.
Okay.
Little dude going up with it, but he's scoring. So they're gonna have to
Give him some
Well,
more.
coach, I'm gonna say this, coach. You're a coach. You know something. Hey, that dude beat you. Hey, we'll take the L.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're right.
We taking that
and
chance.
that's how it is. But I mean, my man, honestly though, has been a big spark. And he's won some games for
He's
him.
that
bench
energy.
play, coming in just with his
Yeah.
defense. But the fact if he's your leading scorer, that's a problem
Yeah.
for the Pacers.
Yeah,
That's a
definitely.
problem.
Pascal gonna have to do something.
Well, they just had too many turnovers last game,
Oh, my
honestly.
God.
If they can limit
That's the whole
those.
series. But
Yeah.
again, think about that
Man.
first game when they won. People forget they
were
set
down.
the record for turnovers.
Yeah.
So people forget that they've been turned
Hey.
over this whole series.
Yeah.
But with that said, the Pacers continue to compete, continue to put themselves in positions to win these games.
I gotta see it, man. That's the only thing I'm saying. I gotta see him walk across that stage again, to get to Game 7, and then maybe I'll be in favor of the Indiana Pacers.
That's what I love this series. They said that the ratings may be down a little bit because there's not a superstar. But after this series, after this series, SGA, he definitely a superstar. Jalen Williams,
definitely.
Halliburton is going to be a superstar, but sometimes as a superstar, you go through some things.
Yeah,
so he gonna rise.
Yeah.
And but what I love is
he's a young guy. Anyway.
Like kind of like what Jay said. You can never like turn the TV off and say, "Oh, this game over and I'm going to sleep."
Not in this team.
With these two teams, the Pacers coming back.
Yeah.
And both of these teams play hard. We haven't seen NBA teams play this hard in a long time. Everybody's always had a superstar. Correct. And I think what I'm enjoying about this is, like you said, I'm a LeBron fan also. But
guy.
I love basketball.
That's good.
But I could actually say those LeBron, Durant, Steph, those guys could step away and the NBA is okay. Yeah. I think the NBA is okay right now. And I think they needed this to say,
we can do this.
Yeah, the NBA is still going to be just like, when I said
it's basketball,
when
man.
Dr. J retired, I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen here? There's some people named Larry Bird and Magic Johnson and a guy named Michael Jordan come along. So there's always somebody. When Jordan
that structure of the game has changed.
Going.
Yeah, man.
Well, honestly, there are down periods because you said it before Bird and Magic got to the league, there was a down period.
Right.
But to your point, it's in good hands. And we talked about that. Yep. We keep saying not superstars. SGA, they're superstars, but they're playing a team game.
Yeah,
exactly.
Both of these teams, and they're going to be back. SGA is so smooth with it. Unguardable.
He like a Kobe to me, low-key.
He can score whenever he wants.
Yeah, man.
He gets to the basket or he puts a pull-up on you.
Hey, and Jalen Williams, you appreciate this. You probably have no idea who this is, but Ray Tolbert. Tell me that ain't
He look like you, right?
Hey, the shoulders, the mannerisms. I could not watch that kid and look. I called up some of my homeboys. Hey, Larry Tinker is cool with Ray. I said, man, hey, call Ray.
I didn't even think about that, but now that you said it, man. So OKC got Ray Tolbert and R. Kelly on their team.
R. Kelly is crazy.
Because SGA, you can't tell me he don't look like R. Kelly.
Hey, we're gonna lay that with a long.
You said you was gonna sing after set, right?
They gotta win. They gotta win.
There you
Talk about R. Kelly.
So tonight, we got a young lady. She picking OKC. Who you got tonight, Bruce?
Oh well, come on.
He breathe in the colors, man.
I gotta stick with the.
Unless it's a front right here.
No.
Sometimes, your heart say one thing, but your head say that. I just want to say
where your head at versus your heart.
Well, my heart may. Sometimes your heart say one thing, but your betting mind say something different.
Oh, okay.
But no, I'm down with the Pacers.
Okay, but you bet on OKC.
Nah. Hey, sometimes when you want a team to win it, but you don't, you just don't bet.
You gotta go against.
But I, you know what? I would like to see a 7-game series. Okay. I really would. I think the Pacers they're gonna fight tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna fight tonight.
It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah. And you know what? In Gamebridge Fieldhouse tonight, it's gonna be crazy.
That's what I love about this also. And I know you said we're gonna get to the Fever also. So I go to a lot of the Fever games.
Oh, that's what's up. You have to take me, man.
So that place.
Hey, I say we make a wager.
Hey,
we make if the Pacers win, you take him to a Oregon game.
Okay,
and if OKC win, he got to take you to the Fever game.
I'm down for it.
Dang.
See, boy,
it's only a game 7.
How he making the bet?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Nobody gonna do it. Then he gonna tag along.
Yeah, I'm there.
I need my 10%.
Right. But you go to those. So I was at the game Tuesday if it's okay if we switch a little bit. So I was at that game. Me and my wife was at the game Tuesday.
Was that the fight game?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And that's the game.
He was instigating.
I
kind of was. I'm sitting there telling my wife, I'm like, okay, at some point, if I'm coaching this game towards the end of the game, especially if we're up and the Fever did get up.
They was up.
I said, I'm putting in one of my players that ain't played all day and going to let her know, oh, Caitlin gonna pay for your fine. Don't worry about that. But we gotta show that you can't do this. Sophie Cunningham said, "Don't worry about it.
I
got
do
it.
it.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
she
say, you
did.
said
She just
somebody
ran.
that plays.
Yeah,
She
she
said-
said, "Don't worry about it. I got it." Here go the sad part about it. Me and my wife had turned around and said, "Oh, this game over. Let's see if we can beat the crowd."
Ah,
Oh man.
wow.
So we didn't get to see it until, or I listened to it on the radio. when I got in the
Okay,
car.
okay.
Got you.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't actually see the
now
fight
for you
break down.
guys that are out there that don't know what happened, what he's alluding to, hey, Caitlin Clark actually got hit in the face, and then another one of the opposing teammates came up. Big Mabry came up and knocked her to the ground. So there was kind of a little dust up. So after everything was settled and cleared, they called a couple of flagrants and whatnot.
Yeah.
So on the Fever side, what Bruce's went to is he wanted to see somebody make them pay for what they did to Caitlin. So Sophie Cunningham, a teammate of Caitlin, decided to do just that. A girl's going in for a layup,
And she
helped
closed
her
line.
clap, threw her down here.
Man,
But let me correct you just a little bit. I didn't want to see somebody pay for what they did. I really wanted to see somebody step up and say, "Hey, Caitlin, I got your back." Because last year there was a lot of things that happened to her that I don't think some of her players came to her defense.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see one of her teammates go, because, hey, what Mabry did, you might not have liked, but as a coach, I'm like, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You protect your teammates.
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna be some physical play. That's part of
it
basketball.
shouldn't. I can't coach that though. Like I feel like at the end of the day, it should have happened when it happened down there. It shouldn't have came back on another possession. Like now we back in the basketball mindset, but you took it back to fight mode. And like, what is we really teaching the kids? And that's like, go get your lick back. Like
So hold on.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
Go get your lick back.
Hey, so hold on. So let me get this straight.
All right.
Look, you're
like-
a high school standout, a college superstar. So when you played, you was out there worried about what the kids thought of you in the middle of the heat of battle. You was worried about how this looked to the kids.
No, but every possession. Hold on, wait. No, but every possession was different. So if I was upset in one possession, that was just that possession. The next possession, I wasn't about to go down there and clothesline nobody. Like that didn't. I don't know. Maybe I did. I'm not, look, hold on, let me rethink it. Maybe I did because I'm like, oh, she thinks she got over on me.
Yes, sir. Bruce Stevens, to let us know what's going on our comments.
Well, hey,
Oh, man.
I mentioned my wife as that we went to the game, and it looks like she's commenting on there. What did it say? Tiffany Stevens, let's go. Yes, sirs. Yep. And it says, what? They fight to the end. You're right. So, Tiffany, thanks for watching, Tiffany. And keep the comments coming.
There you go. Shout out, cuz. We appreciate the support. But
Back
with
to
you-
me?
Yeah,
Back to me?
And this unrealistic expectations of an athlete.
Okay. Looking from TV, it looked bad. How about that? Can I go there?
Okay, you
Right.
can go there.
I'm like,
So,
man.
as an athlete, when you compete,
In the moment, I do know.
Yeah, and
Because
then-
if you bump me on the last play, I can't even lie. When I go back down, I'm going to block you a little extra harder than I did the last time.
Forget that. You know, be like, okay.
And here's the deal. So basically, like what you said, she didn't just, the girl wasn't walking up the floor, walk by and clothesline her. Hey, it was an opportunity
Yeah.
that she took
Yes.
on a basketball play.
Yep.
And that's where, hey, the malice in the palace. Like everybody, they said they knew what was going to happen because my man went and found me. What? And they're like, oh, why he,
Right.
had he not found him, I mean,
Yeah.
that's an opportunity. He had an opportunity to do
And I don't know. Well, I really don't know what her intent was. I think she wanted to foul her hard. As far as grabbing her by the head, it just kind of happened. That's my point of view. Yeah. But I do know she was like, hey, this is gonna be. She ain't getting nothing easy.
So-
I'm gonna give her a
It
hard
was
foul.
a statement foul.
Yes,
It was a
exactly,
statement foul.
exactly.
Did something happen for her to push Caitlyn though? That's the part that I'm still.
It was
Something
tipping.
said. It was something. It was something before that.
Oh, they was doing
they
that
was.
way before
Yeah,
that
okay.
happened. So her
Who
and
was the
Caitlin
young
had-
lady that was guarding Caitlin?
JC Shelton.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so JC had been kind
Go
of playing
back-
dirty
they-
all game.
Big Ten.
Yes.
It's Big Ten.
Okay.
Big Ten.
Yeah, and they had
got
rivalries.
yeah.
Yeah.
And those
Yeah.
chips-
Before
They did
showed
say that. They said that.
Before they showed that, being there, they was bumping chests and even like, hey, they could be shooting free throws.
Oh,
Somebody
man.
else,
Yeah.
they was going at it.
She
Yeah,
had
so
that
you said
chip
what
on her
happened, yeah.
shoulder, yeah.
Yeah.
And Caitlyn already got the high status, so she like, you ain't
Yeah.
gonna
But
get
Caitlin
no.
pushed old girl, and
Yeah.
that's what they came to
Yeah.
defense. The sister
Yes.
came and just
Jumped
kind of
up.
pointed.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Baby came and said, "Yeah,
Boom.
yeah, yeah."
So when the girl poked her in the eye,
Uh-huh.
Kaylin was kind of, what the heck? And she went over, and you know how it is. It's kind of like
Yeah,
She
pushed her
pushed
up.
She
Yeah,
pushed her. Which, okay.
That's normal reaction.
Exactly, for
Okay.
both of them. Well, then Mabry came over and like, hey, you ain't going to be doing that.
But y'all said,
So was
hey,
she-
Tina Charles started
Yeah.
doing this. She started
She
thinking,
stopped. They gave the finger. She was
because I thought she pushed her at first because
No, exactly.
they rolled it back, and
Right.
I'm like, oh
Yeah,
but they
man,
gave
This
Tina
side.
Charles a technical also.
I know. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they said because she got in the
She
face,
said,
so,
yeah.
she got in the
So, But you know what?
She might as well push.
So
this.
hold on. So
Sometimes
what
you need stuff like
hey,
that.
so with all that said, it sounds like you said, hey, WNBA, you cool with physical play and
Oh, yeah.
chippiness because there's a lot of people that's like,
No, this is not what we want to see. We don't want to watch fighting basketball. Like the game over. I mean, well, the game should have been over, but at the end of the day, is this what people coming to see? Is this what they spending more money on? Is this the high value? We need more fights. Like, what are we promoting?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not saying that we need more fights, but also we want to see people compete.
okay,
To me, that was
that
they
was
were
competitive.
competing.
Okay,
I wanna
before
see
the
them
fight,
compete.
it was a lot of in your face.
Yeah,
pushing.
it was almost like playoff basketball. And the atmosphere was crazy. I told my wife, I said, notice this. I said, wow, Mabry ain't going to get out of this place. After that, what she pushed her, Mabry didn't score another point. Every time she touched the ball, you couldn't hear in that place they was booing her so loud. So, you know, it was just playoff basketball to me.
Okay.
and it's that in-season tournament. So
Yep.
it was that tournament.
Yeah.
They went on to
And
they
by them winning that, they made it to the championship. So,
Oh, wow.
you know,
Oh, that's what it was about.
yeah. So,
Do you feel like the refs could have calmed that down, or like you said, you seen a lot of bumping going on?
oh yeah, it was all. If you listen to Stephanie White,
Okay.
then there was a lot of stuff that the refs was letting
Letting
go,
go.
and you know how it is when you play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Right.
This is what you allowing us to do. Then this is
It's
what we
gonna
going to
get
do.
messy, man.
Yep. And then something always happens. So, but I thought they kept it under control. It wasn't like any punches were thrown or anything.
Okay.
And so look, Shalante, I got a question for you because, like you said, when these folks playing, they got to feel like, hey, what do the kids think? Which actually, I mean, is good. I'm all about you, right? Certain things, how you carry yourself. But what about this notion that because Caitlin Clark, she has ratings are up. So you talking about ratings?
Yep.
They got 2.2 million watch that first game when she was back. So ratings are up,
Yeah.
all because of Caitlin Clark. They traveling by private jets now because of Caitlin Clark.
Wow.
More games are televised, all that because of Caitlin Clark.
It's all because
So-
of Caitlin Clark, or is it?
It's all because of Caitlin
Okay.
Clark.
Yeah, that's
hands down.
It
Proven
Okay.
fact.
Is it because she got the people to back her, or is it because of her?
No, it's
Game.
that's a whole different deal. This
Okay.
this is a phenomenon. It's like,
Okay.
say for instance, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She talented, ain't she?
Yeah.
But she breaking all kind of records, right?
She is.
Who more talented, her or Beyonce? Beyonce.
Beyonce.
You ain't got to
Yeah.
shake your head.
Okay.
Just think,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Everybody knows that's not a trick question.
Yeah.
Beyonce, but just the fact that
Who she
for
is.
whatever it's about who's paying to see. You can't control who's paying to watch somebody.
you're
What
right,
makes
you're right.
somebody?
Exactly.
You know
That
what I'm
is
saying?
true.
That box office.
Okay, you're right, you're right. I gotta get that to that.
There's a lot
You
of
not
talented
question-
people in the WNBA.
Yeah, you're not questioning
Yeah.
that.
Caitlin Clark
Okay.
isn't the best player. in
I
the
gotta
WNBA.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
She's not the
man.
best player in
So-
the WNBA,
Yeah.
but she brings
That-
people to the game.
She do.
People
And-
who don't know nothing
So-
about nothing, nothing
Exactly.
about
But they
basketball,
come to support.
watching that.
Yeah.
Right.
Watching that.
They-
When
she-
she was out, and to your point, when you say, well, how you know that? But when she was out, numbers
Went down. I did hear
across
that.
the board.
They said the ticket sales had plummeted.
That's
Yeah.
right. Across the board.
Literally.
I mean, think
Across
about
the
this. WNBA games was the Fever themselves was playing at the state fairgrounds.
Oh, man.
And then other teams was playing in 8,000 at the most stadiums. Now she walk in, we got to change this to the NBA stadium. We got to.
Wow.
Last year they played the Mystics. Mystics hadn't won a game. When they went there, largest crowd ever.
Because everybody wanted. That's in
Yes.
our hometown. We get
Yes.
to see Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, as
Man,
Tiffany
she
had
like
another
the
comment.
New Taylor
She says,
Swift. I'm gonna be saying that now.
Yep. As you can see, Tiffany says everyone is eating good because of Caitlin Clark.
Okay.
Correct. So
That's true.
back to
Everybody.
my question.
Okay.
Because of that,
Uh-huh.
should people like, hey, you take it easy on her?
No. I think
we
that's
got-
why they pushing up against her. They want to be in the highlights too. Like, well, she
Yeah.
got beef with her, so we know this gonna be a good game. She got beef with her, so this gonna be who can reflect that, you know?
Yeah, but you're right. Everybody's in the highlights because of her. But I just wonder because you're right. I think a lot of it is animosity. There is some jealousy.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
definitely
that's what I
some
just want to
jealousy.
see how you felt about that. Because like me and Bruce, we was talking earlier, and it was the same thing with Tiger Woods. Before Tiger Woods got on the golf scene, nobody's watching the majors and all
Yeah.
that. The purses weren't the same.
Right.
Tiger comes on, all that stuff goes to the roof. Probably even bigger than what we're seeing with Caitlin.
Yep.
But there were still other golfers had all kind of animosity towards him.
Yeah.
Want to say little sly stuff. But now it's golf because we just go out there hitting the ball. It's an individual sport.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, now we got basketball and we got this where everything is about her all day, every day. What she eat for breakfast? What she eat for lunch?
Yeah.
Hey, what she wear? Hey, what she do? Oh, she sneeze. So now she coming out on the floor Hey, she getting it, and it ain't nothing to do with race either.
No.
Because it's a lot of African Americans, Caucasians, UConn
People-
players. Have all had something smart to say.
Yeah.
about Kelly.
They said, "Hey,
to
we
a
run
woman.
this league. When she come in, we're gonna
Correct.
show her."
Yeah.
And
That's
there's
all
to
of
me,
them.
there's nothing wrong with that because you know what? She ain't backing down.
No,
Yeah.
she ain't. That's the good thing.
Yeah,
though.
she's not
I
backing down.
I love her
So
competitiveness.
think about this. There have been some great players. We can go all the way back that played in WNBA.
Okay.
I think Cynthia Cooper is the greatest one to ever play in the WNBA. But nobody was really watching it.
back
You know,
then.
we watched it, but
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of people. People are coming to the game now. If that's going to build the game, I welcome it.
Yeah.
I welcome
I
it.
will.
All
I see
right,
what you're
look,
saying.
one quick comment to wrap this up with the fever.
Because we still got to hear your take on who you taking tonight in.
you
come for us, man. Look.
There you go.
Well, that's right. Well, first off, the fact that we sit up here talking fever basketball.
I love
we
it,
didn't
man.
took. Hey, we didn't get
Indiana's doing great,
nice,
man.
Nice piece of our segment. Hey, doing
Yes.
great. We talk. Yeah, we have a good team, but again, Caitlin Clark, I give her dessert. Tonight, you got OKC, you got the Pacers. If OKC is winning tonight, give me some keys. What is it going to take for us to say OKC? That mean they're holding the trophy. They got to get that win.
My man's Jalen Williams. He's gonna have to have a phenomenal game, which I believe he will. Like you said, he's always been that player. He dropped 40 the last game. I'm not saying he's gonna drop 40 again, but technically they don't need a whole bunch for them to win. They just need everybody to step up, and then SGA go do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So I need those two to play, and then obviously everybody else playing defense as they've been playing the same defense that we've been bringing, that energy. I feel as though that they can pull it out with a win, and it'll be, a send home. It's gonna be a hard fight because it's at Indiana Pacers home stadium, but they've done it before. So
Okay, Bruce, what for the Pacers to get this win and move it back to OKC? What's gonna have to happen?
I think the Pacers are going to have to show some toughness. They've been beat up on the boards. They've just letting people go straight to the rim. So they're going to have to take control of this game, be a little bit more physical, hope that the referee's going to let them play a little bit. I think the whole series of referees have kind of let them play. They ain't been calling those ticky-tack fouls. As you can, and they just got to stay up. SGA, he going to do what he does.
That's it.
All right. You can just hope that you can slow him down a little bit. But then the other players, Jalen Williams, if you can hold him to 30.
Man, that's
if you
what
can
I'm
hold
saying.
him to 20. But I still think the keys, like Caruso, Aaron Wiggins and
Caruso, definitely.
Kason Wallace, they hit some clutch threes. I mean, some clutch threes. And then the 7-1 cat from Gonzaga, Chet, thank you, Holmgren. You just got to keep them off the boards, and they got to keep pushing the ball up the court. And if they can do that, I think they got a chance. But even doing that, it's going to be tough.
yeah. See, he got a hard battle tonight. It sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
But hey, when it came in, some people didn't think Pacers were going to win one
That
game.
is true.
Now,
That is true.
People are like, hey, I think the Pacers got a chance. So,
Yeah.
hey,
You keep that faith, man.
yeah,
There you go.
I got to.
That's it, man.
So look, hey, she over here pointing at me. So
We've been waiting all day for this guy, man.
Hey, hold on, let's do it.
Right. Come on. Now give us the.
Hey, hey, I'm gonna put it to you like this. I'm like E.F. Hutton. Get your betting tickets out.
Oh, hold on.
Loose.
Shit, you know who E.F. Hutton is?
No.
Yeah.
You got to explain it to her, Jay. When E.F. Hutton speaks, everybody listens.
Hey, we're up against a break. We'll tell you after the show. But hey, our listeners out there, we got a certain demographic. They do. Hey, all y'all young folks, Google it.
Right?
Okay. But hey, the Pacers, they're not losing 3 in a row. Well, like they're not losing 3 in a row this series.
What he got to give us when he lose his bet?
So here we go. They're not losing 3 in a row. First off. Second off, all the role players. We talked Naismith, Nimrod.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to step up tonight. They had the crib. Watch, all this stuff we hearing from them, they didn't do jack.
Yeah.
And what you guys are asking of SGA and Williams, they must put them on their back the last. So you ask them to do that back to back. And again, it came down. It still was in the balance. So I think with all that said, and again, they're a young team, so they gonna come in. They know they got a margin of error. If they lose, oh well, we go back to OKC.
Yeah.
They're not coming in with that back to the wall mentality. They'll do or die. Pacers going to be at the crib, back to the wall. Watch. You're going to see all them cats. They're going to step up. Hey, you're going to see, hey,
Okay.
watch. Watch what I tell you.
Yep.
Watch what I tell you.
And being at home, the Pacers are going to be a little excited. They got the
Yeah.
crowd behind them, but they still got to limit the turnovers. If they can cut the turnovers down and keep pushing that ball like they do,
They get out and
got a
run.
shot.
That's
Yep.
been the key. Them games
Yep.
when they won big, they got out and run, and I think that's what we're gonna see more. I think they understand that they're gonna board again. The other thing, I mean, what the hell is is not 100%, which is gonna be tough. But I just think when the supporting cast step up,
right?
they're gonna be all right. Because I'm gonna tell you which guy he didn't do anything either. Big fella we say got Fort Wayne.
Seattle.
Not
Seattle.
The big center that shoot the threes all the time.
Turner.
Miles.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna respond well. When he plays well, he puts Chet in his back pocket.
He does.
He be
He
blocking, he be finishing, and all that.
Yep.
So that's what you get in these type series where they like this.
Okay.
You know, two very talented, two deep teams. I think they're gonna step up. Like I say, they don't have as big as a incentive to win.
I see
so
what you're saying.
I'm going to. That's what I'm gonna hang my hat on.
Okay.
And then we're gonna see it.
Hey,
And
the
I'm gonna-
money is in Game 7, like they said. We want to go to
It
Game
is,
7.
yeah,
The NBA is.
Yeah. Hey, and while you playing, I needed Game 7. I got one of my homeboys said OKC is 6 before this started. I said I'm taking that. I said because that means hey, OKC is 7, I win. Pacers in 6 or 7,
you
I
win.
win. So I took that one. Hey, they gotta get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now with that
Oh,
said,
and by the way, after that game, the Fever play Golden State tonight at 10 o'clock. That'll be on, so you get a chance to watch.
oh wow, West
watch
Coast.
both
Okay,
of
there you
them.
go. See that boy, he
Hey,
gonna
back
plug
to
the
back,
paper,
man.
boy. They ought to
Yeah.
give you, hey, they ought to give you a little promo, boy.
Hey, man.
That boy die hard paper. Well, hey,
For the Indiana in general, man.
Yeah,
He has
that's
Different
hey.
from home team.
home
There you get
team.
out. But hey, folks, I appreciate you guys. Great discussion today representing Indiana basketball. Good discussion. Turn on the championship tonight, 8:30. We're watching the Pacers. Hey, see if they can get it done against OKC because we didn't even touch on the history of the ABA and how
Right.
Pacers have never won it. It
Yeah.
just means so much to so many different people. So a lot at stake. As he says, Indiana Fever coming on tonight. Can't beat it. Catch them on that West Coast swing. Get a chance to support the Fever. And as I told you guys this weekend, check out my shot that clears. Check out my shot. See if we can get it done. Get us a second national title since 2016. So
And don't forget, Jay, to make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Respect the Game.
there you go. Like, share, subscribe. Suspect the game. Shalante, what do we say before we get out of here?
Protect your mind.
Bam.
Protect your mind.
Protect your mind.
Hey, that was a
Respect the game on 3. 1, 2, 3, respect the game.